Bear fans, welcome back to David Story Field. I'm Ben Trickstead, your public address announcer for the evening. Tonight we welcome back the Bend Elks for the second game of this three-game series. First pitch tonight is scheduled for 6:35 p.m. And we're excited to welcome you to Pepsi Night. Throughout the night, we're going to be giving away Pepsi-themed prizes. So make sure that you head over to the merch tent and sign up for your chance to win one of our Pepsi prize packs. You can do that over at the merch tent. Make sure that while you're over there, you say hello to Lily and Morgan. And it's Morgan's birthday today. So if you find Morgan, make sure you say happy birthday to her. And don't forget to pick up your free 2024 souvenir program, as well as series previews and rosters for both teams as you enter the gate this evening. Full of great photos and articles that contains a scorecard that you can use for tonight's game. You can also view the program at CowlitzBlackBears.com. Cowlitz Black Bears and the West Coast League are proud of the reputation of the league and would like to ensure that the ballpark holds safe and enjoyable events for all of our visitors. Please help us in making this possible by promoting good sportsmanship on and off the playing field. Again, the first pitch tonight is scheduled for 6:35 p.m. Sit back, relax, and let's have some fun here at David Story Field. Let's go Black Bears!
Let's get it started. Let's get it
excited to welcome you to Pepsi Night. We'll be giving away Pepsi-themed prizes all throughout the game. So make sure you are cheering on as loud as you can so you can be a winner. Stop by the merch booth and sign up for your chance to enter to win a Pepsi prize bag. Do that right now before the game. It's a great time to head over to the merch tent. Sign up for the Pepsi prize pack right now. And while you're at it, why not buy some Black Bear swag? Show your Black Bear pride all around town this summer. From his vacation because of the heat, we've got out at center field, Corby the Bear. Gentlemen, please welcome our bat kid for tonight's game, Austin Clarkson. Come on out, Austin, and give the fans a wave. Black Bears Bat Kid program is presented by Fiber Federal Credit Union. For tonight's game is assigned by the West Coast League. At home plate, Travis Musley, and at the bases, Zach Burr. Black Bear fans, please be on the lookout for foul balls as they may leave the playing field at any time. We remind you to pay attention while you enjoy your time here at David Story Field. Dallas Black Bears are proud to have Austin Clarkson not only playing the part of back kid, but he's also going to throw out tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Come on out, Austin. Let's see what you have. Let's hear it for Austin Clarkson. And now, fans, it's time to meet tonight's starting lineups as presented by Drew's Groceries. First for the visiting Elks, as announced by head coach Alan Cox. Leading off the center field, number 21, Josh Wakefield. Batting second, the second baseman, number 10, Luke Reese. Batting third, the third baseman, number 14, Cole Calnon. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 32, Caleb Harpstein. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 26,
The Cowlitz Black Bears pregame show is brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi is a proud sponsor of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. Next time you're out at the ballpark at David Story Field, make sure to enjoy an ice-cold Pepsi product from the concession stands offered down the third base line. And by Cowlitz Public Utilities District. Today's game is powered on by Cowlitz PUD. Considering solar or energy-saving upgrades to your home, let Cowlitz PUD be your free resource for all your energy needs. Cowlitz PUD, your power. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Black Bears pregame show. I'm your host, Jack Connolly. I'll get you ready for tonight's Game 2 between the Bend Elks and the Cowlitz Black Bears. The Black Bears had a nice win last night, evaporating the 6-game losing streak. I mentioned it at the top of the broadcast last night. The Black Bears have an opportunity to wipe away what's happened and able to accumulate some positive momentum going down the stretch. The Black Bears took care of business, getting a nice 3-1 win over the Elks, snapping Ben's 6-game winning streak, giving the Elks their first loss of the West Coast League's second half. It started at the top with the pitching. 4 scoreless innings from A.J. Crodel, and then his UCSB teammate, Calvin Prosky, came in and went 3 innings, gave up 1 run. It was a really good game. The key for Black Bears pitching, keeping the walks down. Only 4 walks through the first 8 innings. And in the end, in the 8th inning, in a 1-1 ball game, it was Nick Miller, the Cowlitz County native and Park University Gilbert product, plays for Black Bears head coach Kellis Jeanette down in Arizona. He came through twice. He got things started in the 6th inning with a leadoff double, and he came around to score. And then he got on base with an infield single and reached second base on the air by the third baseman. He came in to score on the RBI off the RBI off the bat of Neve. But the Black Bears, the key was being able to turn the page. How can they move on after a rough 10 days, losing 8 of their last 9, 10 of their last 11? And more importantly, in order to do that, you have to clean up the mistakes physically and mentally. We'll be back with more on the other side of the break when we come back. First pitch and starting lineups. Thanks for tuning in to the Black Bears pregame show. I'll have the call when we come back.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, those bombs bursting
Amazing job, Summer. Thank you very much. The fans are ready. The Black Bears are ready. Let's play ball.
Game 2 between the Cowlitz Black Bears hosting the Bend Elks. This series rolls on. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Black Bears Baseball on YouTube. I'm Jack Connolly, and the Black Bears look to make it 2 in a row after they snapped their 6-game losing streak last night. They took Game 1 3-1. On the mound for the Black Bears is Jack Tuttle. The rising senior from Torrance, California out of northern Colorado is making his 3rd start of the summer. The right-hander will face his Bend Elks lineup. They just suffered their first loss of the second half of the season. A strong first half. The Elks come to the game at 19-12 on the year. Meanwhile, the Black Bears are 12-19 overall. 1-3 in second half play, but still alive due to the unique nature of the West Coast playoff chase. Let's take a look at the lineup for Bend. Leading off, playing center field is Josh Wakefield, followed by Luke Reese at second base, Cole Calnon at third base, Caleb Karpstein at first base, Ty Johnson the DH, Jace Miller in right field. But here's the first pitch, and it's a little bit off the plate for ball 1. But following the right fielder, Jace Miller, is the left fielder, Alejandro Cazorla, followed by Johnny Elliott behind the plate, and Abri Covarrubias. The shortstop came in yesterday as a pinch runner at a USC. A swing and a miss from Wakefield, now 1-1. Tuttle's 1-1 is fouled off, make it 1-2 now. Tuttle comes in with no record. He's a 5.68 ERA and 12 2/3 innings of work this summer. Here's the 1-2 to Wakefield. It's fouled off again. Tuttle from South Torrance High School has a couple of Northern Colorado Bears teammates. Carter Monda. Monda's in right field tonight. Here's the 1-2. It's outside for ball 2. And then Zach Hose, the Las Vegas native, left the team. He was on the shelf. He will not pitch again. He's back home to get ready for this summer and recover. And he'll return to Greeley with Tuttle and Monda. Now 3-2 to Wakefield, the leadoff hitter for the Elks. The Elks finished in 3rd place in the West Coast League South Division behind Portland and Corvallis. Down goes Wakefield, swinging. 1 away in the top of the first inning. First strikeout for Tuttle. Good start to this one. That brings up the second baseman, Luke Reese.
Coming for the Elks, the second baseman, number 10, Luke Reese.
Reese coming to the plate. With 1 out, nobody on base. Here's the first pitch from Tuttle. Finds the inner part of the zone for strike 1. That's a great place to live. Not a lot that Reese can do. A tough pitch to handle. The 0-1. Slider missing away. A ball and a strike to Reese. The Black Bears went 0-6 last week. Sweeps in Yakima Valley and over the weekend in Ridgefield. A ball and a strike to Reese. And it's a 2-1. It's cracked into the left center field gap. Dropping in front of Estes. Reese is aboard with a 1-out single, the first hit of the game for the Elks. And there's a base runner. Reese is on base, a nice easy swing. That brings up the third baseman, Cole Calnon. Calnon played second base last night. Calnon an 0 for 2 with the fielder's choice and a strikeout, and then reached on 2 walks. Tuttle looking in from the stretch. Here's the first pitch. Just low for ball one. Calnon, originally from Snohomish, Washington, going into his junior year at Northwest Nazarene. Tuttle's 1-0. Evening up the count. Firing a strike over the bottom part of the zone. 1-1 to Calnon. Calnon, a two-way player for the Nighthawks. Hit .275 this past season for Northwest Nazarene. Here's the 1-1. It's inside for ball two. And on the other side of the ball, right-hander through 24 2/3 innings. He had a 2-0 record with a 4.74 ERA. 2-1. At first base is Reese. One away in the top of the first inning. On the ground, not hit particularly hard, but finding a hole and into left field. Back-to-back base hits in the top of the first inning for Bend. Putting runners at first and second. First hit of the series for Calnon. And now with the runners on first and second, here's Caleb Karpstein. Karpstein, Calnon's teammate at Northwest Nazarene. Karpstein, a local product for the Elks, staying in Bend for the summer. He graduated from Bend Senior High School. Tuttle looking to second base at Reese. The breaking ball is taken for strike one. Let's take a look at the Black Bears defense. Starting in the outfield from left to right, Cody Estes at a South Mountain Community College, Dylan Schlegel at a Dallas Baptist, and Carter Monda at Northern Colorado. 0-1 to Karpstein. And this one's hit well, right field, dropping back is Monda. Making the catch on the warning track, tagging up to third is Luke Reese. He moves over on the fly out to right field, and that puts runners at the corners with two away. Karpstein flies out, nice base running by Reese. Nice job by Monda, back and right. He played the first game of his life at first base last night. He was a late game switch. After Trevor Fox was not feeling well, was not able to play last night, they brought Rowan Kelly into the lineup. Taking strike one is Ty Johnson. Behind the plate is J.J. Kennett, the Baylor commit. Here's the 0-1. A curveball in there, and now Tuttle's ahead 0-2 to Johnson. Nick Miller at third base, Bronson Eve at shortstop, Keaton Grady at first, and Andy Allenson at first base. Here's the 0-2. Outside for ball one. Kennett started last night, had another knock. He's put together a good stretch over the past couple games. 1-2 to Johnson. Runners at the corners, two away in the top of the first. The 1-2 is lifted into foul territory, taking a short hop against the sidewall. Johnson still alive. The count's 1-2. At first base is Reese, or third base is Reese. Calnon's at first. Wakefield led off his inning with a strikeout. Tuttle looks in, his 1-2 is inside, and it got Johnson on the left arm, and he takes his base after being up in the count 1-2. And that loads him up for Jace Miller. And this top of the first inning continues with the bases loaded for the right fielder Jace Miller. Miller, the Portland Pilot, redshirt sophomore, comes to the plate with an opportunity to get the Elks on the board. He takes a first pitch strike. Oh, 0-1 sent through the right side into right field. One run comes in to score. The relay trying to get to third is Johnson, and he's safe. Two runs coming to score, and Ben strikes first. The two-run single from Miller gets the Elks on the board. That's the third hit of the game for the Elks. Miller drives in, RBIs 13 and 14.
Now batting for the Elks, the left fielder, number
And now runners at second and third for Alejandro Cazorla. Miller going the other way for the 2-run single. Scoring from second base is Calnon. One and 0 now to Cazorla. Cazorla did not play in last night's game. Miller with a single and advancing on the throw. Swinging and missing at the slider. A ball and a strike to Cazorla. Cazorla, a Dayton Flyer. Hit .306 this past season for Dayton. Swings and misses, and he's down in the count at 1-2. On deck is Johnny Elliott, and in the hole is Abri Cavarubias. Tuttle's 1-2 is outside. Nice job by Kennett, keep it in front of him. Runners on second and third. Ben's in front 2-0. Top of the first inning. And the Elks wasted no time getting going. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Cazorla watching the slider bend outside. Full count to Cazorla. Elliott's on deck. Ben's in front 2-0, 2 outs in this top of the first inning. Here's the 3-2. It's popped up behind the plate to the right side. Kennett in front of the fence runs out of room. And a fan making a nice play. Just above the field level concourse. A nice play by the Black Bears fan. Still 3-2 to Cazorla. Tuttle's 3-2 is pieced into left field. That is down. In comes Johnson. Here comes Miller. And it's misplayed by Estes. And we'll see the official ruling. But a single. And it's at no air. So a 2-run double for Cazorla. And Ben's in front 4-0. Third double of the year for Cazorla. And an early mound visit from Black Bears pitching coach Justin Parrish. Back-to-back hits. That's the first extra base hit of the game for the Elks. But the Black Bears have been punched in the face early. This inning got started with a strikeout to Wakefield. And then Reese and Calnon followed it up with back-to-back base hits. Tuttle got the second out when Karpstein flew out to right field. But then he hit Johnson, and with the bases loaded, Miller drove in 2 runs on a single, advancing to second on the throw. And then Cazorla just finding some grass in left field for a 2-run double. And Ben leads 4-0 in the top of the first. Justin Parrish is walking back to the dugout. Him and Kennett having a chat. 4 hits in this top of the first inning. And that brings up the catcher, Johnny Elliott. Elliott, the USC commit from Newport Beach, California. Did not play last night. One of 2 USC commits in this starting lineup. He lifts this pitch to right center field. Mondo works over to make the catch. But the Elks get on the board early with 4 hits that turn into 4 runs. The Black Bears have been hitting the mouth early. They're coming to the plate for the first time when we come back.
Make sure you're here for every game. Tomorrow night, July 11th, is Cowlitz United.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Attention Black Bears fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game presented by Visit Bellingham is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. See you at the ballpark.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are looking for families to open their homes to elite college baseball players, fueled by passion and talent, ready to call Cowlitz County their home away from home. As a Black Bears host family, you provide more than shelter. You become a source of unwavering support. You're not just a host, you're a vital part of their success story. In return for your generosity, the Black Bears offer a package that's as rewarding as the experience itself. Enjoy complimentary season tickets for your entire household, a 15% discount on merchandise, and an unforgettable night of honor at the ballpark. Go to cowlitzblackbears.com to learn more on how you can become a host family today. That's cowlitzblackbears.com.
Let's meet the lineup for the Black Bears. Leading off, the center fielder Dylan Schlegel, followed by the second baseman Keaton Grady. Shea Bowens in the 3-hole, followed by Bronson Eve in the cleanup spot. Welcome back to the lineup, Andy Allenson. He's playing in his first game in 10 days since suffering the concussion. Not this Sunday, but the previous Sunday against the Drifters. Carter Mondes in right field, Cody Estes in left field. Nick Miller, the hero last night, the local product, went 2 for 3, scored 2 of the Black Bears' 3 runs. And J.J. Kennett, the catcher going to Baylor, in the 9-hole. On the mound for Bend is Mason Edwards. Edwards, a sophomore from L.A. The kid staying close to home, playing for the hometown Trojans. He threw 37 2/3 innings with 52 strikeouts and just 19 walks in his first year for the Trojans. Schlegel's into the plate. We're ready to go. The first pitch missing low and away for ball 1. The Black Bears trail 4-0. The Elks went right to work in their top of the first inning. And now 2-0 to Schlegel. Schlegel went 1 for 3 and scored a run last night. Schlegel, congrats to the All-Star. He'll be representing the Black Bears in Bellingham next week. And the first pitch is bounced to shortstop, a sliding stop by Cavarubius, but there's going to be no play. And that's the way you want to start. After giving up a 4 spot in the top of the first inning, got to get it back somehow. Schlegel's on with an infield single. And here's another decorated player. The West Coast League Hitter of the Week, Keaton Grady, stepping in for the first time with his debut teammate at first base. Grady, the second baseman, had a phenomenal week last week, 11 hits, including a 5 RBI game against the Raptors last Friday night. The Black Bears fell 8-5. It was a very memorable night for Grady, a grand slam and an RBI double. 1-0 to Grady. He skies this pitch, shallow right field. Running in is Miller. He makes the catch in shallow right. 1 away in the bottom of the first inning. Grady flies out to right field. And here's the DH, Shea Bowen. Shea Bowen out of Lubbock Christian University. Bowen went 0 for 3 last night with a walk and a strikeout. He had a huge night on Sunday in the 16-8 loss against the Raptors. Edwards looks to first base. Steps off, a quick pickoff move to first. Schlegel's back in with time to kill. And after a 1 for 27 streak, Bowen went 2 for 2. Here's the first pitch. Taking strike 1. Or Bowen went 3 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 walks, and a 3-run bomb in the ninth inning. His first of the summer. Schlegel's taking his lead at first base. Swinging and missing. It's now 0-2 to Bowen. Bowen, the chaparral, just finished up his first year at Lubbock Christian. Here's the 0-2. Bouncing around. Bowen probably helped out the catcher, Elliott. That ball ricocheted and stayed close to him. Carriman off the leg of Bowen. 1-2 the count. The Black Bears trail 4-0. Bottom of the first inning here at David Story Field. The 1-2 from Edwards is outside for ball 2. Trying to steal second and thrown out. And a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Closes the bottom of the first inning in a close play at second. Schlegel tagged out on the sweeping tag from Cavarubius. And that ends the bottom of the first. After 1, Ben leads the Black Bears 4-0.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Ahoy there, mateys. Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to hit the high seas, or the open road, or any place you get to wear a cool outfit and go real fast. Thank goodness Fiber Federal Credit Union has you covered. Get the boat, wave runner, RV, ATV, or motorcycle you want at a rate as low as Davy Jones' Locker. The RV, boat, and adventure loan from Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Hi, this is Mike from Dick Hanna Toyota. We've been part of this community for years. We're proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears once again this year. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends watching America's pastime. Dick Hanna dealerships.
Top of the second. For the Elks, the shortstop, number 9.
Abri Cavarubius gets things started for the Elks in the top of the second inning. 9-1-2 do it for Bend. Missing up and in for ball 1. Jack Tuttle, after giving up 4 runs on 4 hits in the top of the first inning, staying in the game. The 1-0 pitch to Cavarubius is low for ball 2. And with 4 hits, the free passes weren't the issue for Tuttle. The only free pass came on a hit by pitch to Ty Johnson. But now down in the count, 3-0 to the leadoff hitter in the top of the second inning. Cavarubius, a USC Trojan. Take strike 1, a native of Southern California from Orange County in the city of Anaheim. Hit .232 this past season for the Trojans. The 3-1 is blooped into right field. Monda misplaying it, having issues with the sun. He can't come up with it. It rolls to the warning track. Digging for third is Cavarubius. And he'll get there. Reaching on the leadoff air by the right fielder, Monda. And another mistake for the Black Bears. And we've seen the outfielders have issues with the sun, specifically in Ridgefield. Monda had trouble with the pop-up last night when he played first base. But now a runner on third and nobody out for the top of the Elks order. Here's Josh Wakefield. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. And that fly ball might have grazed the top of the glove of Monda. In the air puts Cavarubius at third base. The 0-1. He swung through, now 0-2. Wakefield, a Grand Canyon commit. Grew up in Peoria, Arizona. He went the JUCO route. Here's the 0-2. It's away for ball 1. Went the junior college route. He spent 2 seasons at Iowa Western, the powerhouse. The 1-2. It's low and in for ball 2. Tuttle's 2-2. Lunging out to get it. He swings and misses. That's the second strikeout for Tuttle in the first out of the top of the second. Wakefield is struck out in both at-bats. 1 away in the top of the second. The Elks have a runner at third base. The infield comes in. The first pitch is sent foul to the right side. All Black Bears infielders are on the edge of the infield turf. The 0-1. Watching it curve outside for ball one. Reese is 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored last inning. The 1-1 from Tuttle is downstairs for ball two. Reese did not play last night. Played 2 of the 3 games against the Yakima Valley. The Elks swept Yakima Valley. Now 3 balls and a strike to Reese. Reese went 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI in the 19-8 win on Friday. And taking strike 2. It's a full count to Reese. The Black Bears trail 4-0, 1 away in the top of the second. There's a line shot to second base. Grady makes the catch, and staying put at third is Cavarubius. Nice reaction by Grady. Immediately pivoting to third base. Good base running by Cavarubius, staying close and not getting doubled off. But after the leadoff error, they put Cavarubius at third base. Tuttle's done a nice job of responding with a strikeout to Wakefield, getting a line out from Reese. And serving up strike 1 to Cole Calnan. Like Reese, Calnan singled and scored in the first inning. He watches the breaking ball miss outside. A ball and a strike to Calnan. The 1-1 to the two-way Nighthawk from Northwest Nazarene. Backhanded it short by Neve. Over to first. Dug out by Allenson. And the Elks come up empty after putting a runner on third with nobody out. Middle of the second. The Black Bears trail the Elks 4-0.
Hi, this is Mike from Dickana Toyota. We've been part of this community for years. We're proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears once again this year. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends watching America's pastime. Dickana Dealerships has been around for over 70 years, and they are a local family-owned business with the tradition of supporting our community.
Dickana Toyota, believe in nice.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
The Black Bears' bottom of the first inning ended on a strikeout and throw him out double play. Dylan Schlegel was thrown out at second base, trying to steal the second for the final out of the inning. But the Black Bears have a chance to capitalize on a failure to execute by the Elks. Abry Cavarubius led off with an error. Had a fly ball to right field. Carter Monda misplayed it. He was standing at third base with nobody out. But a strikeout, line out, and ground out stranded Cavarubius and kept another run off the board. Bottom of the second inning here in Longview. The Black Bears trail the Elks 4-0. But at the heart of the order coming to the plate, Bronson Neve, Andy Allenson, and Carter Monda. The righty Neve steps in and takes ball one. 1-0 to the Black Bears shortstop. Neve out of Arizona Western College. Going into his sophomore year by way of Melbourne, Australia. A slow roller to third base, played off the hop by Calnan, delivering a strike over to first base in time to retire Neve for out number 1 in the bottom of the second. Neve grounds out. That brings up Andy Allenson. Welcome back to the lineup, Andy. This is his first game since June 30th, after he went out in the early goings of the Black Bears' 11-4 win over the Drifters after he was struck on the backswing of a Springfield player. Here's the 1-0 from Edwards, or the first pitch from Edwards, excuse me. Now 1-0. The 1-0 from Edwards is fouled off. A ball and a strike. Edwards says he didn't realize it at the time, but he was knocked unconscious. He was out, he said, maybe a second or two, and doesn't remember when Black Bears head coach Cowlitz greeted him at home plate. But it's been a long road back. He failed his first set of concussion tests last Tuesday. But now he's back, trying to help the Black Bears stage another second half resurgence similar to last year. The Black Bears in 21-8 in their final 29 games to secure the franchise's first playoff spot in 11 seasons. The Black Bears have some work to do if they're going to get back there. Edwards 2-2. Is low and in for ball 3. 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. The Elks lead the Black Bears 4-0. The lefty Edwards on the mound. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Allenson strikes out for out number 2. 2 gone for the Northern Colorado Bear. Here's Carter Monda.
How many for the Black Bears? The right fielder, number 38, Carter Monda.
Monda steps in for the first time tonight. He has a chance to make up for his error in the top half of this inning. The breaking ball misses low and in for ball 1. Monda hitting 200 on the summer. The 1-0 is fouled off his leg. Monda, the Vancouver native, is in his 3rd summer playing for the Black Bears. His 4th summer playing in the West Coast League. The 1-1 from Edwards gets Monda to chase the pitch out of the zone. Monda spent his first year out of high school in 2020 playing for the Portland Pickles. The 1-2, swinging and missing. 3rd strikeout for Edwards, and the Black Bears go down in order in the bottom of the 2nd. We're going to the 3rd. Bend leads Cowlitz 4-0.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. Play ball! Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck to provide our community with the care they need. Bring your family and bring your friends to a fun-filled time at the ballpark and make it a part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. A great double play.
Call Weather Guard. 577-7200.
Weather Guard. A little bit later in the evening.
Bob's is a proud sponsor of the Black Bears Party Deck and has been serving our community since 1947. Before your next adventure or for local knowledge and 50,000 square feet of shopping, head to Bob's at 1111 Hudson Street in Longview, Washington, or go to bobsmerch.com. A great selection and low prices. Bud Clary is your local partner when finding a new or certified pre-owned vehicle. Start shopping for your next car, truck, or SUV on Commerce Avenue or 700 7th Avenue in Longview, Washington, or go to budclary.com. Top of the 3rd inning. Welcome back to David Story Field. The visiting Elks lead the Black Bears 4-0. The Elks scored 4 runs in the top of the 1st inning on 4 hits. 4-5-6 due up for Bend. The cleanup hitter, Caleb Karpstein, gets things started for Bend. First pitch is outside, taken for ball 1.
Please report your vehicle as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Karpstein flew out to right in his first trip. Now 2-0 to Karpstein. The 2-0 from Tuttle. Found in the zone for strike 1. Tuttle did a nice job of working around a leadoff error. A runner on 3rd, nobody out, and Tuttle kept him off the scoreboard. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Tuttle is cracked into left center field. This could be trouble It drops in between Schlegel and Estes. There's the 5th hit of the game, and a cutoff attempt cannot be fielded cleanly. And that allows Karpstein to take second base. That's the 2nd error of the game for the Black Bears. And Schlegel fielded the ball in left center field. He threw it back in, and the shortstop Neve couldn't handle it. But now another mistake puts a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Ty Johnson. One and out to Johnson. He's the only free pass to reach for the Elks. He was hit back in the 1st inning and came around to score. He scored on Cazorla's 2-run double, excuse me. But now he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Johnson spent his freshman and sophomore seasons at Gonzaga. He did not play. In 2022, he played in 8 games with 5 starts in 23. In this past season at Salt Lake City Community College, he had 258 over 14 games. Scored 7 runs and drove in 8. 3-0 to Johnson. And Tuttle gets strike 1 across. Nobody's up and thrown in the Black Bears bullpen. Nobody out. Top of the 3rd inning, a runner on second base. The Elks lead 4-0. Back up the middle. Neve works across. He shuffles to his left and throws across. In time for out number 1. And for Neve, a guy who hasn't played much shortstop over the past couple weeks, that's a nice play. Karpstein advances to 3rd base. Now another run, 90 feet away. Another RBI opportunity for Jace Miller. Johnson grounds out to short. Miller drove in a pair with a 2-run single in the 1st inning. And the infield comes back in. The breaking ball misses downstairs. 1-0 to Miller. Miller, the redshirt sophomore out of Portland. 1-1 to him. The 1-1. Missing low for ball 2. Miller appeared in 4 games with 5 hits and 19 ABs this past season for the Pilots. Tuttle's 2-1 is inside. Did that get a piece of him? Yes, it did. Miller takes his bag. That's the 2nd hit by pitch from Tuttle. Miller's aboard for the 2nd time tonight. And now Justin Parrish, the Black Bears pitching coach, is out of the dugout. This could be it for the Black Bears hurler. A 2nd mound visit and just over 2 innings of work. And with runners at the corners, 1 away in the top of the 3rd inning. The Black Bears would love to be able to get 2 more outs to move into the 4th inning. Tuttle making his 3rd start of the summer for the Black Bears, potentially one of his final outings that we'll see him make this summer. He's 12 2/3 innings under his belt. He made 15 appearances in his freshman year, and he's built on that. 12 appearances in 2023, but 23 appearances this past year for the Bears. A veteran in the Bears rotation in the bullpen, and another mound visit charged to the Black Bears. We'll see if Tuttle can get through this top of the 3rd inning. Alejandro Cazorla had a 2-run double in the 1st inning. Sent it down the left field line. At first base is Miller. Karpstein's at 3rd. Miller takes off. The throw goes to 2nd. It's late. Stealing 2nd is Miller, and that puts runners in scoring position with 1 out. A great jump from Miller. No chance to get him, even with a great throw from Kennett. And more RBI opportunities for Cazorla. And he lines it to right field, hanging up just enough for Monda to make a diving catch. And Karpstein is not able to tag up and score. And making up for it with a diving catch in right field, Carter Monda keeping a run off the board. Now 2 outs in the top of the third. And a gutsy play by Monda. If that ball drops or gets by him, there is not a lot of defense. That ball could have rolled to the wall. And now 2 outs for Elliott. Bounces it to short. Neve across the diamond. In time. And Carter Monda working through the inning again. With runners on second and third and 1 out. He gets a fly out and a ground out to shortstop. And it's still 4-0 Elks. But Jack Tuttle doing a nice job of damage control in the second and third inning. Middle of the third in Cowlitz. The Black Bears down 4-0. 7-8-9 coming to the plate when we come back.
Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood codger. Back in my day, a checking account was a checkbook, a box of checks that looked like a brick, and a really sweet pen, if you were lucky. So now, Fiber Federal Credit Union comes along with their free choice checking that gives you a rate that's better than a lot of savings certificates. Free checking and great dividends? Way better than a box. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Cody Estes, Nick Miller, and J.J. Kennett do it for the Black Bears in the bottom of the third inning. And if that's the last we see of Jack Tuttle, a salute to him for working through jams. He gave up a runner on third base with nobody out in the top of the second inning and did a nice job of working around it, keeping Cavarubius at third base. And then in the top of the third inning, after a leadoff base hit, advanced to second on an error. And then a nice RBI to the shortstop by Johnson to move Karpstein over to third. Then a stolen base with runners on second and third and 1 away. Tuttle did a nice job of working a fly ball. A nice grab by Carter Monda in right field. Diving stop, keeping a run off the board, probably 2. And then getting the ground out to short from Elliott to end the inning. Jack Tuttle doing a nice job of battling out there, keeping the Black Bears in the ball game. Cowlitz with 1 hit in the game. It came back in the bottom of the first inning when Dylan Schlegel singled. He was thrown out, trying to steal second for the third out of the inning. Here's Cody Estes, stepping in for the first time tonight and taking strike 1. Estes, the Scottsdale, Arizona native, just finished up his first year at South Mountain Community College. He redshirted the 2024 season due to a broken hamate bone. A ball and a strike now. The previous pitch missing outside. Edwards 1-1. He's lunged and missed at. The breaking ball in the dirt. Now 1-2 to Estes. The 1-2 from Edwards. Bloop to the left side. Slicing foul. It would have been a nice hit to the left side. Cazorla had no chance to get there. Still 1-2 to Estes. Working his way back. Hit a 9-day break from June 28th this past Sunday. Said he felt good on his first and last at-bats on Sunday with the sac fly and a line out. The 1-2 is bounced on the ground to short. Cavarubius off the hop over to first in time for out number 1. After the ground out from Estes, here's Nick Miller. Nick Miller, a star last night, 2 for 3. Scored 2 of the 3 runs in the Black Bears' 3-1 series opening win. Miller plays for Black Bears head coach at Park University Gilbert. The first pitch, sliding inside for ball number 1. Miller from Cowlitz County, from just across the river in Kelso. Here's Edwards, 1-0. He finds the zone there. A ball and a strike to Miller. On deck is the 9-hole hitter, J.J. Kennett. The Black Bears trail 4-0. Ben scored all 4 runs at the top of the first. The 1-1 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Miller played at Lower Columbia College right here at David Story Field for 2 seasons before committing after his sophomore year to Park University, Gilbert in Arizona. The 2-1 is dribbled on the ground to shortstop. Cavarubius again in time. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 away for J.J. Kennett. Kennett, a Baylor Bear commit. A Texas native from the Missouri City suburb of Houston. Grew up in Louisiana. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. Kennett's coming alive as of late. Hits in 6 of his last 7 games. Has a 6-game hitting streak. The 1-0. Catches the bottom part of the zone. A ball and a strike. Raising his average up to 229 now. The 1-1 is in the dirt for ball 2. And his average on June 22nd, 16 days ago, was 158. He's raised it just under 70 points. Here's the 2-1. And it's low and inside, carrying away from the catcher, Johnny Elliott. 3-1 now to Kennett. The leadoff hitter, Dylan Schlegel's on deck. Cowlitz behind 4-0. 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 3-1 from Edwards is yanked foul to the left side. Kennett was in a hitter's count. He turned on it just a tad early. Now 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. It's hammered left field. Turning back is Cazorla, making the catch in the bullpen in front of the Bend bullpen. And a nice swing from Kennett is hauled in by the left fielder. And Mason Edwards has retired 8 in a row. At the end of 3, Bend leads Cowlitz 4-0.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather.
The Black Bears call to their bullpen in the top of the 4th inning. The final stat line for Jack Tuttle: 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. He gave up 2 hit-by pitches, but after a shaky first inning, Tuttle did a nice job of working around jams, including in the 2nd inning when a leadoff error put Cavarubius at third base with nobody out. Tuttle did a nice job of battling his way through rough waters, keeping a run off the board in the second and as well in the third. A leadoff base hit advanced to second on an error. Then a couple pitches later, a stolen base following a hit by pitch. And with the runners at second and third, he got the fly out, and then he induced a ground ball to get out of the inning, leaving runners in scoring position in the second and third inning, at third in the second, and then second and third in the third. A nice job by Tuttle, but the Black Bears need some offense to get going. Down 4-0, entering the top of the fourth inning. On the mound of pitches, Yanni Castro. Castro, the Panama native from Arizona Western College, has an electric fastball and can make some off-speed in there with it. 6'1", 185-pound rising sophomore. He's making his 10th appearance of the summer. Castro's fastball has been clocked as high as 96 earlier this year. But he'll face 9-1-2. Abry Cavarubius leads off in the top of the fourth, followed by Josh Wakefield and Luke Reese. The USC Trojan watches ball one go by. 1-0 to Cavarubius. Castro working out of the stretch. The 1-0 is fouled out of play on top of a roof of a nearby building. Cavarubius, a redshirt junior at the University of Southern California. The 1-1. Castro takes a breath. He misses away on his fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Cavarubius had 164 at-bats this past season for the Trojans. Had a good amount of playing time. The 2-1. He's on the ground on the right side. Fielded. Grady spinning. Wild throw into the Black Bears dugout. And that's the third error of the game for the Black Bears. Nearly a phenomenal play by Grady. That ball grounded sharply, fielded on the edge of the right field grass. And Grady spinning around, could not deliver an accurate throw. And in back-to-back innings. Now Bend has their leadoff runner aboard. Second inning started tonight with an error. Now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out, here's the leadoff man, Josh Wakefield. Wakefield's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Cavarubius at second. Castro looks to him. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Back pick, high throw, rising up to get it is Neve. Kennett had back picked a runner at second base last night. So you expect these Elks to stay close to the bag. Kennett with a rocket for an arm behind the plate. One and one now. Castro looking to second, locking eyes with Cavarubius. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Wakefield, a two-way player for the Elks. He's pitched in 3 games. He's made 2 starts. Hitting just a tick under 400 behind the plate, or at the plate. In a decent sample size, 48 at-bats, 15 games. Getting it done on both sides of the field. Looped left field, just foul. If that ball could have dropped fair, it surely would have scored Cavarubius. 4-0 ball game in the top of the 4th inning. Ben scored all 4 runs back in the first. They've been threatening ever since, stranding runners in scoring position in the 2nd and 3rd inning. 1-2. Bouncing around at second's Cavarubius. High chopper to second. Grady plays it off the hop over to first in time. Advancing to third is Cavarubius. A productive out for Wakefield. Getting that runner over to third base. Now 1 out and a runner at third base for Luke Reese. The Bend second baseman is 1 for 2. Reese has put two good swings on the ball with a single in the first, and he lined out to second in the second. Now the infield comes in again as these Black Bears keeping their eyes out for a bunt. The first pitch is up and outside. 1-0 to Reese. The 1-0. The pitch from Castro is fouled back. Reese from Cal State San Marcos. Cal State San Marcos located in northern San Diego County. Reese, a local product, staying close to home. The San Diego native going into his redshirt senior season. Fouls the 1-1 off. A ball and 2 strikes now. One and 2 to Reese. At third base is Cavarubius. The Elks with an opportunity to extend their lead. The slider missing outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 2 of this series. The Black Bears can lock up the home portion of this series with a win tonight. These two teams will meet later in the month, exactly 2 weeks from now, in Bend. Now 3 and 2 to Reese. The infield still in. The job for Reese, just find a way to get this ball to the outfield on the ground or fly it deep enough to bring in Cavarubius. Bounce to short. That'll do it. Spinning around. Neve firing over to first in time for out number 2. But an RBI ground out for Reese. That will get the job done and plate the run across. It's 5-0 Bend in the top of the 4th inning. Reese with his 9th RBI to add that with the run scored. Now here is Cole Calnon with nobody on base and 2 outs. 1-0 to the Bend third baseman. The run coming across, Cavarubius, an unearned run. A ball and a strike to Calnon. Calnon, an audible mention All-Region in the College Baseball Writers Association this past season, as well as first team All-Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Putting together a nice junior campaign, hit .275 with 49 hits across 52 games for the Nighthawks. Taking strike 2. 2-2 now to Calnon. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 2-2, missing way outside. It looked like Castro slipped off the mound. 3-2 to Calnon, the 3-hole hitter in this Elks lineup. The 3-2 misses low and away. Calnon reaches on a 2-out walk, extending the top of the 4th inning. First walk given up by Black Bears pitchers tonight. Tuttle did a nice job of limiting the free passes. His only free passes came by way of a hit batsman. Gave up 2 of those, but he did not walk anybody. Something that afflicted this Black Bears pitching staff, especially last weekend against the Raptors, but you saw it a little bit against the Pippins. And here is Caleb Karpstein. Karpstein stepping in with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Karpstein, Calnon's teammate at Northwest Nazarene. And another pickoff attempt, diving back in safely is Calnon. Karpstein, a Bend product, graduated from Bend High School, excuse me. Takes a first pitch strike. A strong student in the classroom. A GNAC all-academic team. He made second team all-GNAC in 2023 as a redshirt freshman. The 0-1 is low for ball one. Karpstein's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Karpstein got the top of the third inning rolling with the base hit to center field. Schlegel could not field it cleanly, or he threw it in. And a low throw to the cutoff man, Neve. Neve could not handle it and take it, and he took second base. 1-1. Check swing. Karpstein went around, according to home plate umpire Travis Holsey. 1-2 to Karpstein. 2 away in this top of the fourth inning. The Elks in front 5-0. Calnon's at first base. Castro looking in. He kicks and deals as 1-2. Sent on the ground a shortstop. Neve fires over to first. He throws him out, but a leadoff error comes around to score. Middle of the fourth inning at David Story Field. The visiting Elks lead the Black Bears 5-0.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
Call Weather Guard.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Ahoy there, mateys. Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to hit the high seas, or the open road, or any place you get to wear a cool outfit and go real fast. Thank goodness Fiber Federal Credit Union has you covered. Get the boat, wave runner, RV, ATV, or motorcycle you want at a rate as low as Davy Jones' Locker. The RV, boat, and adventure loan from Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Do you like free food? If you order through the McDonald's app, you can earn points towards free sandwiches and more. Plus, they have daily deals to help you save. You can even complete your order using the app and skip the drive-thru line by using the curbside option. I'm loving it. Your locally owned McDonald's of Longview and Woodland are hiring with competitive wages. Once employed with McDonald's, you'll have the opportunity to receive scholarship money towards your college education with their Archways to Opportunity program. Simply text the word APPLY to 38,000, and we hope to have you join our friendly teams. Bottom of the fourth inning. The hill just got steeper. The Black Bears now trailing 5-0 after the Elks picked up an unearned run in the top of the fourth inning. The top of the order is due up for Cowlitz. Getting ready to go through the lineup card for the second time tonight. Taking ball one is Dylan Schlegel. Schlegel led off the offensive part of the game for the Black Bears with a base hit, but was thrown out at second. Trying to get into scoring position in an inning-ending strike him out, throw him out double play back in the bottom of the first inning. But Mason Edwards has retired the last 8 Black Bears. 2 balls and a strike to Schlegel. On deck is Keegan Grady and Shea Bowen. Cowlitz trailing 5-0. Swinging and missing. Evening up the count at 2-2. Schlegel hitting .293 on the year. Watching the breaking ball dip outside. 3-2 now. Edwards 3-2 is popped up and out of play. Schlegel from Mansfield, Texas. One of 4 members of the 2024 DBU Patriot squad on this Black Bears roster. They all live together. Keaton Grady says it's been a good setup. They all hang out, lift, do basically everything together. Schlegel leads off the bottom of the fourth inning with the walk. And he's on base for the second time tonight. And speaking of Keaton Grady, here he is. The Moss Adams West Coast League Hitter of the Week. Grady steps in with a runner on first base. And that's the first Black Bears base runner since the bottom of the first inning. Lefty Edwards looking at Schlegel at first base. The first pitch is lifted out of play. Grady, the second act of a 1-2 punch of DBU Patriots. Nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning. In the air to the right side, foul territory, off the glove of Karpstein. And now the Black Bears cash in on a miscue from the Elks. And we saw the right fielder of Cowlitz, Carter Monda, misjudge a pop fly back. I believe that was in the second inning. But now another life for Grady. Not an error because it was a foul ball, but a deflating mistake for Bend. Now 1-2 to Grady. How will he take advantage of the gift from Karpstein? 1-2. He's flied to right center field. Running to his left to make the play is Wakefield. Makes the catch for out number 1. One away and a runner on for Shea Bowen. So the mistake does not come back to hurt Bend. And the 3-hole hitter from Tumwater, Washington. Shea Bowen steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Dylan Schlegel is the only Black Bear to get on base tonight. Schlegel singled in the first and walked to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. The Black Bears trail 5-0. Bend with 4 in the first and 1 in the fourth. Bowen swings and misses. He's down out in the count 0-1. The sun on its way down. A lot of shadows in left field and the left side of the field. Taken off is Schlegel, and he's thrown out again. Schlegel's 0 for 2 on stolen base attempts tonight. And there's now 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Johnny Elliott having a day behind the plate for the Elks. And he's taken the base running game out of the Black Bears game plan. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. Now Bowen down on the count. He's going to have to protect here if he's going to extend this inning. On deck is Bronson Neve. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Edwards blew it past Bowen. The Black Bears go down in order in the bottom of the fourth inning. At the end of 4, Bend in front, 5-0.
Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood codger. Back in my day, a checking account was a checkbook, a box of checks that looked like a brick, and a really sweet pen, if you were lucky. So now, Fiber Federal Credit Union comes along with their free choice checking that gives you a rate that's better than a lot of savings certificates. Free checking and great dividends? Way better than a box. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are looking for families to open their homes to elite college baseball players, fueled by passion and talent, ready to call Cowlitz County their home away from home. As a Black Bears host family, you provide more than shelter. You become a source of unwavering support. You're not just a host, you're a vital part of their success story. In return for your generosity, the Black Bears offer a package that's as rewarding as the experience itself. Enjoy complimentary season tickets for your entire household, a 15% discount on merchandise, and an unforgettable night of honor at the ballpark. Go to cowlitzblackbears.com to learn more on how you can become a host family today. That's cowlitzblackbears.com.
Warm.
Entering the top of the fifth inning, Yanni Castro is back on the mound, getting ready to start his second inning of work. Your score in tonight's game, The Elks in front 5-0 after 4 runs in the top of the first inning on 4 hits. And they added a run, an unearned run in the top of the first inning after Abri Covarrubias reached on an error. He came around to score. Leading off is Ty Johnson, Jace Miller, and Alejandro Cazorla. Taking ball 1 is Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a run scored and a ground out to shortstop. The 1-0 from Castro. It's fouled off over the Cowlitz dugout. Johnson from Salt Lake City Community College. Putting together a sound summer. Hitting .355 and 31 at-bats. Did not play in last night's game. His last at-bats came on July 5th against Yakima Valley. And he's hit on the 1-1 pitch. Throwing his bat emphatically. And for the 4th consecutive inning, the leadoff hitter for the Elks reaches safely. The 3rd hit by pitch by Black Bears pitchers tonight. Tuttle had 2 of them, and that's the 1st from Castro. And that brings up the right fielder, Jace Miller. Miller has not been retired tonight. He takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Miller drove in a pair of runs on the 2-run single back in the first inning, and he came around to score. Then he was hit back in the 3rd inning and stole second. A ball and a strike to Miller. Miller, a Medford, Oregon native. Staying in the Beaver State, he's playing at Portland. He just finished up his redshirt freshman season. A back pick to first base is not in time as Johnson slides back in safely. Two and 1 to Miller. Miller was the 5th-ranked outfielder coming out of the state of Oregon in the 2022 class as Schlegel makes a phenomenal diving play and throws over to first base. 9-3 or 8-3 put out. What a play by Schlegel. Showing you why he's an all-star right there. Taking a hit away from Miller and wiping away the leadoff hit by pitch. What a play. Johnson's doubled off. Now 2 away for Alejandro Cazorla. One and 0 now. Cazorla, he's 1 for 2. He had a 2-run double in the first inning and flew out to right in the 3rd. 2 away in the top of the 5th. On the ground, through the right side. And finding a hole. Right past Allenson. If it's not the pitch that Cazorla or the result he wanted, but he'll take the base hit. Cazorla is his 2nd knock of the game. He's 2 for 3. And the top of the 5th inning continues. Here's the catcher, Johnny Elliott, fouling off the first pitch. And I don't know if Cazorla threw his hands up. Why is he swinging, throwing his hands up? But he's forced to retreat back to first base. Cazorla running on the pitch. That'll take some energy out of you. Getting a good jump to try and get in a scoring position, and he's sent back. The 0-1. He swung on and missed, and now 0-2. To Elliott. Elliott, an incoming freshman to USC. A fellow member of the 2024 Trojan recruiting class is on deck, Abri Covarrubias. Fouled off to the right side. Late on the pitch, a defensive swing. Castro looks in. Cazorla at first base. The 0-2 is on the ground, a shortstop. Neve flips to Grady, standing on second base. And a fielder's choice ends the top of the 5th inning as Castro works around a leadoff hit by pitch. We're halfway home here in Cowlitz. The Black Bears trail the Elks 5-zip.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck to provide our community with the care they need. Bring your family and bring your friends to a fun-filled time at the ballpark and make it a part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. A great double play.
Hi, this is Mike from Dick Hanna Toyota. We've been part of this community for years. We're proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears once again this year. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends watching America's pastime. Dick Hanna Dealerships has been around for over 70 years, and they are a local family-owned business with the tradition of supporting our community.
Dick Hanna Toyota, believe in nice.
Bottom of the 5th inning at David Story Field. Welcome back. I'm Jack Connolly bringing you Black Bears baseball as the home team has been disappointed. Their fans so far, the Black Bears haven't given the crowd much to cheer about. That could change, but Mason Edwards back on the mound. The Trojan lefty has shut down this Black Bears offense. Only 1 hit so far, only 2 base runners. Both times the Black Bears reached, they've been Dylan Schlegel. Schlegel singled in the 1st and walked in the 4th. But 4 strikeouts through 4 innings so far for Edwards. He's done a good job of keeping these hitters in check. There hasn't been a lot of good swings, a lot of hard hits. Edwards has done a nice job of keeping the Black Bears hitters off balance. He'll face a test in the bottom of the 5th inning. He is the heart of the order. 4, 5, 6. Bronson Neve, Andy Allenson, and Carter Monda coming to the plate for Cowlitz in the bottom of the 5th inning. Neve is 0 for 1 with a ground out to 3rd so far tonight. On the mound, out of the stretch is Edwards. Firing a first pitch strike in there to Neve. The 0-1. A ball and a strike to Neve. Edwards, a highly sought-after recruit. Last year in the state of California, top 10 pitcher. 6th-ranked lefty in the Golden State. 2-1 to Neve now. Neve has been one of the strongest hitters over the past couple of weeks for the Black Bears. Really finding his stride. He had a 9-game hitting streak, snapped last Friday, but he has multiple hits in 8 of his past 12 games. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Neve. And Neve told me earlier in the year there was an emphasis to go the other way. He said that's what he's been seeing a lot of, especially when pitchers throw him off speed. But he strikes out for out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Strikeout number 5 for Edwards. And with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, here is Andy Allenson. The Black Bears first baseman's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Allenson playing in his first game in 10 days. 10 days ago he suffered a concussion in the early goings of the Black Bears' 11-4 win over the Drifters. He takes ball 1 inside. Allenson has been working his way back. He's been taking concussion testing. He failed the first set of tests last Tuesday. The 1-0. Swings right through an off-speed. And he told me the first couple of days were tough. He was dealing with headaches every day, especially around the time he woke up. The 1-1. Swinging and missing at a pitch out of the zone. Allenson's down in the count 1-2. The Black Bears down in this game 5-0. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taking the curveball outside for ball 2. Allenson started his college career at Cal State Bakersfield. Currently plays for Park University Gilbert. The 2-2 check swing. He did not go. Now 3-2 to Allenson. Allenson hitting .231 on the year. The 3-2. Called strike 3. Allenson goes down looking for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. Make that 3 consecutive strikeouts for Edwards. Neve went down swinging. Allenson went down looking. And here is Carter Monda, who went down swinging in his first trip back in the 2nd inning. He bounces the first pitch foul to the third base side. Monda from nearby Vancouver makes about 45-minute to an hour commute every day. The 0-1. The curveball misses outside, evening up the count at 1-1. Monda, a graduate from Evergreen High School in Vancouver. Started his college career at Clark College. Spent 2 seasons there, playing for now Portland Pickles head coach Mark Magdaleno. The 1-1 is whiffed. Now 1-2 to Monda. Six strikeouts for Edwards. The 1-2 is popped up and sails out of play. Still 1-2 to Monda. The Black Bears are scoreless with 1 hit through 4 2/3 innings. The Elks have 5 runs on 6 hits. 4 of them are earned runs. The 1-2 from Edwards, swung on and missed. Edwards strikes out the side. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Edwards. We're going to the 6th inning. Your score: the Bend Elks 5 and the Cowlitz Black Bears nothing. You're watching Cowlitz Black Bears baseball on YouTube.
Attention Black Bears fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game presented by Visit Bellingham is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. See you at the ballpark.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Alex Buchanan out of Ottawa University in to pitch for the Black Bears. Yanni Castro went 2 innings and gave up a run, an unearned run. They crossed back in the 4th inning. Castro works 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, but here is Alex Buchanan, the native of Castle Rock, Washington. He started his college career at Clackamas Community College in Oregon. He spent 2 seasons there before committing to Ottawa, playing in the Pacific Northwest back home. He'll try and keep this game a 5-0 deficit for the Black Bears. He'll face 9-1-2 due up for Bend. Avery Covarrubias, USC Trojan. He's 0 for 2, but he's reached both time off Black Bears errors, bouncing the first pitch to third base, fielded in foul territory. 0-1 now to Covarrubias. Buchanan working quickly, back on the mound. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low and inside for ball 1. Buchanan is a 2.25 ERA through 6 appearances and 8 innings of work. The 1-1 is on the ground, played off the short hop, not played, excuse me, into left field. Neve tried to play it, could not come up with it. And that's the 4th error on the Black Bears. And there's been some plays where they're definite errors. I'll be sympathetic on that one. That is not an easy play on the short hop, hit hard off the bat. But a play that could have been made that just wasn't. And now reaching for the 3rd time, all off airs is Cavarubias. He's at first base. Reaching on the E6. And that marks the 4th consecutive inning for the Elks that has been started with their leadoff hitter reaching. 3 of the 4 have been off errors. The bunt has popped up. Running back onto the concourse, bouncing up against our press box. Back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Josh Wakefield. Wakefield's 0 for 3 so far. He tries to bunt. He pulled back. The pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Buchanan is the 3rd Black Bears pitcher. Jack Tuttle went 3 innings. He gave up 4 runs. Castro went 2 innings. He gave up a run. Bend in front, 5-0. And the 2-1 is outside for ball 3. Wakefield struck out in the 1st and 2nd inning and grounded out to 2nd in the 4th. At first base is Cavarubias. Buchanan looking. His 3-1 is outside. And the first 2 batters reach safely for Bend in the top of the 6th inning. Wakefield's on base for the first time tonight. And the story with Buchanan, the same for most Black Bears pitchers. Command, command, command. We saw last night when the Black Bears control the walks and free passes. This is a staff that can be dangerous and hard to hit. Luke Reese squaring a bunt. The runner takes off. It's a low throw. Caraming off the base runner, Cavarubias. Nice backup by Bronson Neve being there to clean it up. But now runners at the corners with nobody out. Bend leads 5-0 and a chance to extend their lead. Cavarubias taking off and stealing 3rd. Wakefield's at first base. Keep an eye at Wakefield already flinching towards 2nd. The 1-0 pitch runs inside. Wakefield's at first. Cavarubias is at 3rd. Nobody on the top of the 6th inning. Bend leads the Black Bears 5-0. The 1-1 is outside, a delayed steal to 2nd base. Here comes Cavarubias. The throw gets into the outfield. Going for 3rd is Wakefield. He's there, and another wild throw. And Nick Miller runs off the bag, and the throw takes his glove off. But keeping Wakefield at 3rd base in a broken play for the Black Bears. And the Black Bears almost knew it was coming. The runner, Wakefield, was going to take off. A delayed steal. They're going to sacrifice a run for an out, and it's now 6-0 Elks. The 2-1 hit sharply on the ground, foul. Wakefield stole 2nd, but he advances on the air by the catcher, Kennett. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reese. Buchanan looks in. He approves the sign. His 2-2 is outside for ball 3. Reese is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored, a line out, and an RBI ground out. Losing his bat into the crowd. over the dugout, a hazard for the fans. Now 3-2, and now the Black Bears crowd checking, or the Black Bears stadium staff making sure it didn't hit anybody. Playing balls and bats. And we saw this earlier this year with Black Bear infielder Sergio DiCello, who's no longer with the team. The Purdue commit had a tendency to let his hands fly off the bat. Now 3-2 to Reese. And a runner at third base. Ben's in front, 6-0. The infield is in. Nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. The 3-2 is hit hard, foul. Still 3-2. And Luke Reese doing a symbol, trying to level his swing and work through the pitch. Alex Buchanan is in his first inning of work. The 3-2 is outside for ball 4. And the Black Bears crowd wanted that, but just a tad outside. Reese has walked. And now runners at the corners again. Still nobody out. That's the second walk surrendered by Buchanan. And that brings up the third baseman, Cole Calnan. The Northwest Nazarene Nighthawk comes to the plate for the 4th time tonight. He's 1 for 2 so far. He just took strike 1. Calnan singled and scored back in the 4th. He grounded out to short in the 2nd and reached on a walk in the 4th. The 0-1 is hit sharply through the hole into left field. That will drive in a run, and it's misplayed by Estes in left field. It gets past him. Rolling around third is Reese. He'll score standing up, and it's 8-0 Elks. And the mistakes piling up for the Black Bears here tonight. That's the 6th error for Cowlitz. We have nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. And another unearned run. The error on the left fielder, Estes. Both runs coming in to score. So Calnan will have a single and then advancing on the air. The 1-0 pitch to Karpstein is called for strike 1. And you feel for Alex Buchanan out there, who's doing well. Pounding the zone early. He's pitching to contact, but the defense struggling to make routine plays right now. 8 hits for the Elks compared to the Black Bears 1. And Ben came ready to play. You had that feeling early. With 4 hits in the top of the 1st, turning it into 4 runs. And with Calnan at second base, the 2-1 finds the zone to even up the count at 2-2. Karpstein's 1 for 3 tonight. He singled in the 3rd and flew out to right in the 1st and grounded out to short in the 4th. The 2-2 from Buchanan. His slider missing outside for ball 3. Karpstein, a fellow Northwest Nazarene Nighthawk, a native of Bend, comes into tonight's game hitting .400 on the year. The 3-2 swung on and missed. That's the first strikeout for Buchanan, and out number 1 in the top of the 6th inning. And following the strikeout, that brings up the DH, Ty Johnson. Johnson steps in with a runner on second and 1 away. The Elks with 3 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Buchanan looks in, he comes set. Looking to Calnan at second base, he takes off with a huge jump. And no shot for Kenneth to throw him out. An excellent jump. Calnan was reading Buchanan. You could tell he was looking with Buchanan switching up his looks. As soon as Buchanan looked away, a couple shuffles, and Calnan was off to the races, taking third base. And colleges work on that, especially in the fall. Reading pitchers, figuring out tendencies. That's That's a high IQ play from Calnon. The 1-1. Finds the zone for strike 2. 1-2 to Johnson. The 1-2 is hit on the ground. Sliding stop. Neve can't come up with it. And another run comes across. That makes 4 runs in the top of the 6th for the Elks. And it's now 9-0 Bend. With their second 4 spot in the 1st and the 6th inning to add a run in the 4th. And Bend has looked like a team ready to play, like a team looking to bounce back from series opening loss. Taking strike 1 is Jace Miller. First hit of the night for Johnson. A 2-strike swing, putting the ball in play. Here's Jace Miller. The 0-1 from Buchanan. Hit in the air over Neve. And Estes misplays it again. Allowing the Elks to take another base. Estes with his second error of the inning. And now runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. And these were the plays that Black Bears head coach told me, the careless errors you cannot have. That's why the Black Bears, starting yesterday, they began taking ground balls as a team, getting here a little bit earlier, trying to clean up the mistakes. And that's something that Coach Danette told me, that his Park University Buccaneers, they do that every day before games and practice. And yes, it's a lighter atmosphere in summer ball, but a lot of these players coming from high-level schools, you sometimes have to go back to the basics. And things unraveling for the Black Bears in the field here in the top of the 6th inning. The Black Bears with 4 errors here in this inning alone. And now Alejandro Cazorla step into the plate. He flies it into right field. Running on is Monda. Getting ready to tag is Johnson. Making the catch. A strong throw and a dart from right field by Monda. Keeping a run off the board. And that's a second run that Monda has directly kept off the board with strong throws. And then he made a diving catch earlier in the game. So Monda, even though he has an error in tonight's game, making the right plays, doing his part. Now 2 away for Johnny Elliott. 1-0 now to the Elks catcher. Elliott is the 9th batter to come to the plate this inning for Bend. Swinging and missing through the breaking ball. 1-0. Elliott's 0 for 3 tonight. A couple ground outs and a fly out. The Elks with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Miller's at 2nd. Johnson's at 3rd. Fly, shallow right field. Monda working toward the side wall, making the catch on the warning track. As a fly out to right, ends the top of the 6th inning. But 4 errors by the Black Bears turns into 4 Elks runs. Middle of the 6th in Cowlitz. The Black Bears trailing 9-0.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Bears. Book your group outing today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Hi, this is Mike from Dick Toyota. We've been part of this community for years. We are proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears once again this year. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends watching America's pastime. Dick Dealerships has been around for over 70 years, and they are a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community.
Dick Toyota, believe in night.
The Elks scored 4 runs in the top of the 6th inning with 4 hits, but the Black Bears helped him out with 4 errors in that inning. The Elks didn't bring in an earned run. But the Black Bears, this could be the root cause, or it makes you think of what's going on. Kelly Stinnett is actively working to get the problem done. They started doing infield. I touched on it at the top of the last inning. But in a new team, and then the constant nature of summer ball, where there's not a lot of time to practice, it's hard to correct these issues. Now with 7 errors through 6 innings in the field. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Black Bears trailing 9-0. Here's Cody Estes at the plate. 7-8-9 due up for Cowlitz in the home half of the 6th. On deck is Nick Miller, and in the hole is J.J. Kennett. Bouncing the breaking ball to the right side. Gloved by Karpstein. A foot race to the bag is in time to retire Estes. And a close play at first base. Going the Elks' way. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Estes is 0 for 2. Here's Nick Miller. The Kelso native is 0 for 1 with the ground out. He takes a first pitch strike. Miller went 2 for 3 last night with 2 runs scored. He was a catalyst in the bottom of the 6th inning with a leadoff double, and in the bottom of the 8th inning, a leadoff infield single and advancing to second on the air. He was the difference maker, scoring the two runs over the Elks that lifted the Black Bears, part of a 3-1 win. Miller's now down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 from Edwards. Miller leaves it upstairs for ball 1. What a day from Edwards, back on the mound for his 6th inning of work. Edwards creating new career highs, his previous season high, 4 innings of work in his last start on July 3rd against Bellingham. Now 2-2 to Miller. Edwards making his 3rd start of the year. It's looking like he may pick up his first win of the year. No record coming into tonight's game. The 2-2. Breaking balls upstairs. And a nice job of being selective with two strikes. The count was 0-2 to Miller, now at 3-2. Edwards 3-2 is low for ball 4. And credit to Nick Miller, working a good at-bat. After falling behind 0-2, not stressing out, not chasing out of the zone. Making sure that Edwards pitched it to him. That's only the 3rd base runner of the game for the Black Bears, and the 1st base runner not named Dylan Schlegel. Miller's aboard with a 1-out walk. Here is J.J. Kennett. Kennett fouls off the first offering. Kennett flew out to left field. Kennett has the best swing of the night for the Black Bears. A long fly out to left field. The Elks left fielder Cazorla made the catch right in front of the Elks bullpen on the warning track. 1-1 to Kennett. Kennett from Missouri City, Texas. committed to Baylor earlier this summer. Fouled that one right back to the net with no net that might have found its way into the broadcast booth. Kennett in the 9-hole spot. On deck is Dylan Schlegel. In the hole is Keaton Grady. The following 3 hitters all live together in the same host family. The 1-2 is bounced to second. This could be 2. Played out the hop. Reese throwing to first from Cavarubius. Not in time. But the lead runner is wiped away. Took too high of a hop to turn 2 on that one. Kennett's on base. Miller is out on the force out, reaching on the fielder's choice. And back to the top of the order. Here's Dylan Schlegel. Four, 6, fielder's choice. First pitch to Schlegel. The fastball crossing the plate to the bottom of the zone. 0-1 to Schlegel. He has not been retired yet with a single in the first and a walk in the fourth. Now 0-2. Elliott couldn't squeeze it behind the plate. Edwards getting better as this game goes on. Still with life on that fastball. A firm, sharp fastball. You could see some run on it. Here's the 0-2. And just low. Very close to take. A good take from Schlegel. Now 1-2. Schlegel leading off. He's hit near the top of the Black Bears order the entire year. Check swing, the appeal. He held up. Schlegel's average been teetering around the upper 200s, 300 range for the past couple of weeks. He went up to the over 300 for a couple of games, but he's back down. Comes into tonight at 293. Laced left center field. That finds the gap. And Schlegel is on for the 3rd time tonight. Schlegel's 2 for 2. And the bottom of the 6th continues. 2-strike swing. After taking 2 close pitches on 0-2 and on 1-2, 0-2. Got the count to 2-2 and got something he liked. And now runners on first and second for Grady. Kennett's at second base. Grady's 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of flyouts. A flyout to right field and center. Grounds the first pitch, foul. The Black Bears have 2 hits tonight. Both of them belong to Schlegel. The Black Bears didn't have a base runner other than Schlegel until this inning. As the Black Bears look to counter a 4-run top of the 6th inning for Bend. The Elk starter still in the game. Missing upstairs, now 1-1 to Grady. Edwards, the rising sophomore at USC, an LA native, graduated from Palisades Charter High School. Coming up to the Pacific Northwest to play in the West Coast League. The 1-1 is outside for ball 2. And Edwards has good stuff. The lefty has kept the Black Bears hitters off balance all night. 2-1. Schlegel's at first base. Kennett's at second. Grady at the plate. The 2-1 has popped out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And if the Black Bears can get there, on deck is Shea Bowen. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. Edwards looks to second. The 2-2. Called strike 3. And the 8th strikeout for Edwards ends the bottom of the 6th inning as Grady goes down looking. and the Black Bears strand runners at first and second. We're going to the 7th. It's been all Elks all night so far. Bend leads 9-0.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call weather guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
You dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather guard.
Call Weather Guard.
577-7200.
Weather guard.
Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood codger. Back in my day, a checking account was a checkbook, a box of checks that looked like a brick, and a really sweet pen, if you were lucky. So now, Fiber Federal Credit Union comes along with their free choice checking that gives you a rate that's better than a lot of savings certificates. Free checking and great dividends? Way better than a box. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball.
Play ball!
Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck to provide our community with the care they need. Bring your family and bring your friends to a fun-filled time at the ballpark and make it a part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. A great double play.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are looking for families to open their homes to elite college baseball players, fueled by passion and talent, ready to call Cowlitz County their home away from home. As a Black Bears host family, you provide more than shelter. You become a source of unwavering support. You're not just a host, you're a vital part of their success story. In return for your generosity, the Black Bears offer a package that's as rewarding as the experience itself. Enjoy complimentary season tickets for your entire household, a 15% discount on merchandise, and an unforgettable night of honor at the ballpark. Go to cowlitzblackbears.com to learn more on how you can become a host family today. That's cowlitzblackbears.com.
Alex Buchanan's night ends after 1 inning of work. Gave up 4 runs. There was also 4 runs in the Black Bears defense. Damage was not entirely his fault. A lot of things going wrong in the top of the 6th inning. But in to pitch for Cowlitz is Nick Silva, the rising sophomore or the rising junior from Palmdale, California. Grew up in the Golden State. He moved to Texas in high school at Odessa College. On to pitch. He's fresh off a strong outing, 2 1/3 innings, scoreless. He gave up 3 hits, no walks last week against Yakima Valley in the 6-4 loss. As the Black Bears pitching staff looks to limit the bleeding. The Cowlitz trails 9-0 in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch up and in. Check swing. Yes, he went. 0-1 to Abry Covarrubias. The Elks batted all the way around the lineup in the top of the 6th inning. The chopper to short. Neve over to Allenson, 1 away in the top of the 7th. Neve hasn't played much short in the past couple of weeks. He has 1 error tonight, but he's made some good plays. Typically a corner infielder. We've seen him mostly at third base. He's also played a little bit of first. Playing some short. A lot of changes going on with the Black Bears this week. A lot of players going in and out of the roster. We've reached that point of the summer. 0-1 to Josh Wakefield. And a lot of changes. We'll touch on those changes after this pitch. The 0-1 is outside. A ball and a strike to Wakefield. He's 0 for 3, but walked and came around to score last inning. But a lot of players, infielder Sergio DiCello, pitcher Nate Moquin, Jaron Navarez, as Wakefield lines it into left center field. Fielded by Estes. And a 1-out base hit for Wakefield, his first hit of the night. A 1-out single and a runner on for the Elks in the top of the 7th. Just a handful of players, Navarez, Brody Sexton, Zach Hose, a lot of turnover, but when you're in a losing streak, some fresh blood, some new energy could be good for this ball club. And with the way the West Coast League playoff works, as the first pitch misses low to Luke Reese. 1-0 to Reese. The way the playoffs work, it really doesn't matter how you do in the first half of the season. Yes, it matters, and you don't want to go out there and lose every game. Here's the 1-0. Jam shot into right field. Inside out swing. Reese is on base with a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Elks. Puts runners on first and second with one away in the top of the 7th. And Reese with his second hit of the night. But as you're saying, there's still a chance for this Black Bears team. You just finished up a brutal first half schedule. You face the Elks, or you're facing the Elks here tonight. You face the Pickles, the Knights, as well as the Drifters. The Pippins are in contention as well. A lot of good teams in the West Coast League South Division. As Silva fires strike one to Cole Calnan. Calnan, the Elks' third baseman. He's 2 for 3 so far. He scored 2 runs in the first and the 6th inning. He walked in the 4th, but grounded out to short in the 2nd. 2 runners on and 1 away. Kennett can't field it cleanly. And it gets away and takes the double play out of order. Both runners advancing. Now runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. But back on the way the schedule works, the Black Bears at 1-3 in the second half. They could have a good series. They'll face the Falcons later this week. They'll face an exhibition against Kelowna. And then next week, as soon as they get back in play, as this ball is hit hard up the middle, that brings in 1. Digging from second is Reese. The throw to the plate takes Kennett near the pitcher's mound. And now it's 11-0 Elks. It's just been domination by the Elks so far tonight. From the opening inning, the Elks jumped on the Black Bears for 4 runs in the top of the 1st. And here's Caleb Karpstein. A 2-run single for Calnan. Couple of RBIs. 1-0 to Karpstein. The Black Bears trail 11-0. But after the series with Kelowna, will open up with the Sweets as this ball is flied into center field. Schlegel makes the catch to retire Karpstein for out number 2. And the Black Bears need to finish tonight strong, then take tomorrow's game. If you can move, get that second win of the series and move to 2-4, have a chance to get above 500 before the All-Star break when you'll host the Falcons here. And then when you return from the All-Star break, you'll face the Sweets at David Story Field. The next time the Black Bears will be on the road will be July 23rd, almost 2 weeks from now, against these Bend Elks. And now 0-1 to Ty Johnson. On the ground, right field, backhand, flips to first. Silva gets over there. And a nice stop by Allenson, ending the inning. Stretch time here in Cowlitz. The Elks pick up 2 more runs at the top of the 7th. The Black Bears trailing 11-0.
Communication provided by your local Day Wireless System. For all your 2-way radio and TV needs, visit your local Day Wireless System.
Ahoy there, mateys. Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to hit the high seas, or the open road, or any place you get to wear a cool outfit and go real fast. Thank goodness Fiber Federal Credit Union has you covered. Get the boat, wave runner, RV, ATV, or motorcycle you want at a rate as low as Davy Jones Locker. The RV, boat, and adventure loan from Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Attention Black Bears fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game presented by Visit Bellingham is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. See you at the ballpark.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
A career night from the USC Trojan, Mason Edwards, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, scoreless work, season high, 6 innings pitched, and 8 strikeouts. And the Elks in front, 11-0. Welcome back to David Story Field in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Elks in front, 11-0. Shea Bowen leads off the home half of the 7th inning, and on the pitch is a Seattle commit, Rowan Hayes, the 6 feet, 195-pound right-hander from San Diego, making his first appearance of the summer tonight. He misses low and away for ball 1 to Shea Bowen. Bowen's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts so far. He swings and misses to the 1-0. 1-1 to Bowen. The Black Bears have 2 hits through the first 6 innings. Fading outside for ball 2. On deck is Bronson Neve and Andy Allenson is in the hole. The lefty Hayes on the mound, the 2-1 is fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Black Bears won the series opener 3-1 last night. And the pitching hasn't directly been the issue. Yes, there's been 13 hits, but a lot of mistakes that have allowed innings to snowball for the Black Bears. As Bowen is rung up looking for out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. 3rd strikeout of the night for Bowen. And here's Bronson Neve. 7 errors, including 4 errors in the top of the 6th inning, allowed 4 runs to come through. Yes, there were 4 hits by the Elks, but when you commit 4 runs, it's just demoralizing for your pitcher. It allows the crowd to be taken out of the game. First pitch misses high to Neve, 1-0. Neve's 0 for 2 with the ground down, a strikeout tonight. The 1-0 from Hayes. He's missing outside for ball 2. Bowen from Melbourne, Australia. He represented Australia on the Australian U18 team, their national squad, at the 2022 World Cup in Florida. He takes ball 3 upstairs. Now 3-0 to Neve. Neve has not been on base tonight. On deck is Andy Allenson. The Black Bears trail 11-0. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. And he takes strike 1 from Hayes. Hayes making his debut tonight. He recently graduated from El Dorado Hills, down in America's finest city. And the 3-1s hit well, left field. Cazorla looking back. Is it out of here? Yes, it is. First big fly for Bronson Neve of the summer. And it gets the Black Bears on the board in the bottom of the 7th inning. As there could be controversy, Cazorla coming to the plate with his hands up. He's a little stunned. and it could be a ground rule double, and we couldn't see it in left field. But a long double for Neve. Must have bounced over in the short part of the fence, only about 3 feet tall in front of the Elks bullpen in left center field. But Neves at second with a ground rule double. Nearly his first homer of the year. Missing outside to Allenson. That's the first double of the game for the Black Bears. As the Black Bears still scoreless, bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-0 from Hayes is taken for strike one in the middle of the plate. Neve recently had the 3rd hit of the game for the Black Bears. Here's Andy Allenson, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts so far. The 1-1 is swung through. Allenson missing on the slider, now 1-2. Neves at second base, 1 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hayes looks to second. His 1-2 pitch on the way. Chopped to short, to second base, excuse me. Playing it really slowly. Luke Reese allows Allenson to reach on the infield single. Allenson legging it out, running down to first base. And the Black Bears with back-to-back hits for the first time tonight. Neve moves over to third base. And the Black Bears have doubled their hits output here in this bottom of the 7th inning, only 2 coming into this frame. And an opportunity for Carter Monda to get the Black Bears on the board. He's made some nice plays in the outfield tonight. A diving catch and a strong throw and a fly out to right field. He's kept two Elks runs off the board. 1-0. Monda has struck out twice tonight. He takes strike one. Watching the fastball from Hayes come by. Runners at the corners. Allenson's at first. Neve is at second. One gone in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 pitch from Hayes is a breaking ball, low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Monda. On deck is Cody Estes. Allenson taking his lead at first base. The 2-1 from Hayes is on the ground to short. This could be 2. Cavarubius flips to Reese over to first in time for an inning-ending double play. And the Black Bears strand a runner at third base and come up empty. And with 7 complete at David Story Field, the Elks in front, 11-0.
Cowlitz Black Bears are looking for families to open their homes to elite college baseball players, fueled by passion and talent, ready to call Cowlitz County their home away from home. As a Black Bears host family, you provide more than shelter. You become a source of unwavering support. You're not just a host, you're a vital part of their success story. In return for your generosity, the Black Bears offer a package that's as rewarding as the experience itself. Enjoy complimentary season tickets for your entire household, a 15% discount on merchandise, and an unforgettable night of honor at the ballpark. Go to cowlitzblackbears.com to learn more on how you can become a host family today. That's cowlitzblackbears.com.
When traveling Spirit Lake Highway, stop by Drew's Grocery for the food, beverages, and out-serving Chevron gas you're looking for. See the weekly ad at familyfoodstores.com/Tootle and find Drew's Grocery and Service on Facebook. The grocery store has been a staple of the Tootle and Silver Lake communities for nearly 85 years, serving as one of the last stops for visitors heading east to Mount St. Helens. With great reviews and affordable rates, Guest House is the official hospitality sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. Enjoy a getaway with the amenities you expect this summer. Call 360-414-5953 or Google Guest House in Kelso. Heritage Bank has been building lasting relationships and serving our communities for over 95 years. Stop by your local branch or visit heritagebanknw.com to learn about banking solutions tailored to your unique needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Top of the 8th inning in Cowlitz. The Black Bears trail the visitors, the Bend Elks, 11-0. The Elks with 4 runs in the first inning, 1 in the 5th inning, or 1 in the 4th inning, and 4 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th. As the Black Bears had their best chance to date last inning with runners on first and third with 1 out in an inning-ending double play. Shut down the threat. Nick Silva back on the mound. He's in for his second inning of work. Jace Miller gets things started for Bend, followed by Alejandro Cazorla and Johnny Elliott. And the first pitch is fouled out of play to the right side. Allenson runs out of room, falling into the picnic area on the right side. A ball and a strike to Miller. Miller, the Portland Pilot, has been retired once tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a 2-run single, a base hit, and a fly out to center. He was hit by pitch and stole a bag in the 3rd inning. Now 1-2 to the Portland Pilot. Silva on the mound. The 1-2 is outside, evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 3 tomorrow will come your way at 6:35 Pacific time. Game 3 of this series, as the Black Bears will have a chance to win this series regardless of the outcome tonight. 3-2. The Elks in front 11-0 in the top of the 8th inning. Bounce to third base. Foul. The Black Bears have gone through 4 pitchers so far. Jack Tuttle went 3 innings. He gave up 4 runs and 5 hits. But the 4 runs came in the top of the 1st inning when Tuttle was really getting hit hard. And then he settled down. He had to deal with mistakes. And the payoff pitch is ball 4. Miller reaches on a leadoff walk. But Tuttle, he had to deal with some mistakes, leadoff errors in the 2nd, as well as an error in the 3rd inning. But the leadoff hitter has reached constantly here tonight for the Elks as the first pitch goes to the backstop, allowing Miller to take second base on the wild pitch. Six of the past 7 innings have started with the leadoff hitter reaching for Bend. And now a runner in scoring position with nobody out. 1-1 to Alejandro Cazorla. Bouncing the 1-1 foul. The Elks third base coach cannot come up with it. One and 2. Silva on the mound, looking in. The righty looks to second. His 1-2 pitch is outside. Nice stop by Kennett, keeping that pitch in front of him, keeping Miller at second base. The Elks have 13 hits. They've turned it into 11 runs with the help of 7 errors from the Black Bears. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. Fly to right field. Allenson chasing in, making the catch. A nice play. Turning his back, making a running catch over the shoulder. Round number 1 in the top of the 8th inning. And that brings up the catcher, Johnny Elliott. Elliott hitless so far. Bounced over the middle. Fielded Grady, throwing to first in time for out number 2. Nice job by Grady, getting that ball over the middle. On top of getting the out, keeping that ball in the infield and not allowing Miller to come around to score. Miller advanced to third base. And that brings up Abri Cavarubias. And a runner on third. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Bouncing in front of Kennett. 1-0. Cavarubias, the 9-hole hitter for the Elks. Cavarubias has reached on 3 errors tonight. He's 0 for 4. He was retired for the first time last night in a 6-3 putout. 2 balls and no strikes. Two 2-0 to Cavarubias. On the ground, a short. Neve off the hop, over to Allenson. Inning over. And the Elks are scoreless for the first time since the 5th inning. Middle of the 8th. The Elks lead the Black Bears 11-0.
Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood codger. Back in my day, a checking account was a checkbook, a box of checks that looked like a brick, and a really sweet pen, if you were lucky. So now, Fiber Federal Credit Union comes along with their free choice checking that gives you a rate that's better than a lot of savings certificates. Free checking and great dividends? Way better than a box. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. Ahoy there, mateys. Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to hit the high seas, or the open road, or any place you get to wear a cool outfit and go real fast. Thank goodness Fiber Federal Credit Union has you covered. Get the boat, wave runner, RV, ATV, or motorcycle you want at a rate as low as Davy Jones' Locker. The RV, boat, and adventure loan from Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
Rowan Hayes works a scoreless inning in his first outing of the summer. Now the Elks bring on Brandon Newland, the Michigan commit, headed to Ann Arbor next year, native of Michigan, Bloomfield Hills by way. Played in the Michigan High School Coaches Association All-Star Game at Comerica Park. Listed as a right-handed pitcher and a shortstop in his perfect game bio. No word on if he'll be a 2A in college. He's making his 3rd appearance. He's 1 2/3 innings under his belt. He has not given up an earned run yet. Bringing some heat in the early goings. The first analysis are watching him in his warm-up pitches. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Cowlitz Black Bears in deep trouble, trailing 11-0 to the Bend Elks. Back end of the lineup, due up, Cody Estes, Nick Miller, and J.J. Kennett. Newland's first pitch is thrown right by Estes. On deck is Nick Miller. Cody Estes is 0 for 2 tonight. The 0-1 and another heater. 0-2. And I'd love to get a look at the radar gun. Newland. Back-to-back heaters. Will he go 2 to third time? The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He blew it right past Estes. Estes chased the high cheddar out of the zone. 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Nick Miller. Miller's 0 for 1. He walked in the 6th inning. Miller was the first base runner, not named Dylan Schlegel, to get aboard for the Black Bears tonight. 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. The first pitch from Newland. Missing outside. An electric fastball. One and 0 to Miller. A breeze blowing in from left field. Now 2-0 to Miller. Miller hitting .222 on the year. Had his first multi-hit game last night. Newland's 2-0. Missing outside. 6 consecutive fastballs to open up this outing for Newland. The 3-0 is inside for ball 4. Newland lost him. That's the second walk drawn by Miller tonight. And a runner on with 1 out for J.J. Kennett. Kennett reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th inning. One and 0 to Kennett. The Black Bears have 4 hits. 2 of them came in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 8th inning here. 1 away for the Black Bears. Brandon Newland. The 1-0 pitch is high. Back pick to first base. Getting back in safely is Miller. A close play at first base. 2-0 now. 6 consecutive balls from Newland. Newland 6'6", 205 pounds. 7 consecutive balls. After striking out Estes on 3 pitches to open up this inning, Newland has not been able to find the zone. The 3-0 is called for strike 1. On deck is the leadoff man, Dylan Schlegel. Newland looks to first base. Miller taking his lead. The 3-1 is fouled back. 3-2 to Kennett now. Kennett's 0 for 2. Newland on the rubber. The 3-2. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. Three and 2 to Kennett. Inside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks to Miller and Kennett. Puts 2 runners on and 1 away for the Black Bears in the bottom of the 8th. And now to have a chat is Elks catcher Johnny Elliott. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Dylan Schlegel. In the first visit between Elliott and Newland. Dylan Schlegel, 2 for 2 with the walk. He's been on base all 3 times. Black Bears could use another hit from him. Kennett's at first and Miller's at second. The first pitch is inside for ball one. The Elks lead 11-0. They had 4 in the first inning, 1 in the fourth inning, 4 in the sixth, and 2 in the seventh. And now 2-0 to Schlegel. The 2-0 from Newland. Catches the inside border of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. The sun going down here in Longview, Washington. The 2-1 is hit well, carrying deep left field, making the catch on the track is Cazorla. And another long fly out to left field for the Black Bears. A nice play by Cazorla. 2 gone in this bottom of the 8th inning. Schlegel's 2 for 3. And stepping in is Keegan Grady. Grady's 0 for 3 tonight. The first pitch misses inside, which is where Newland has consistently missed 2 right-handed hitters. Runners on first and second. He finds the zone on the 1-0. Miller walked for the second time earlier in this inning, as did Kennett. Schlegel hit a long fly out to left field. Now 1-2 to Grady. Newland last pitched on July 6th in the 10-2 win over the Pippins. Had a scoreless inning, 2 strikeouts, a walk. Took 4 batters to get through that inning. The 1-2. The breaking ball tapped foul. I don't know if Grady meant to swing there. Check swing. He just met that breaking ball. Now 1-2. Or still 1-2. Newland, the captain of his Bloomfield Hills baseball team, his senior year. The 1-2. Inside. 2-2 to Grady. The Black Bears scoreless here late in this one. An opportunity to get on the board in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 2-2 is popped up to the right side. Chasing after it is Karpstein in front of the Black Bears dugout. Circling back and making the catch. And ending the inning. The Black Bears strand a couple runners on. Going into the 9th inning, the Elks lead 11-0.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Hi, this is Mike from Dick Hanna Toyota. We've been part of this community for years. We are proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears once again this year. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends watching America's pastime. Dick Hanna Dealerships has been around for over 70 years, and they are a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community.
Dick Hanna Toyota, believe in nice.
Attention Black Bears fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game presented by Visit Bellingham is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. See you at the ballpark.
After 2 innings of work from Nick Selva from Odessa College, giving up 2 runs. Both of those runs coming in the top of the 7th inning off 3 hits, and then throw in a scoreless 8th inning. Isaac Vasquez takes the ball, the Montreat College commit from California. On to pitch the top of the 9th inning for the Black Bears, trailing 11-0. Extreme damage control is Vasquez's job. 5'11", 200-pound senior, recently committed to Montreat. He spent his last season at Providence Christian College down in Pasadena, California. His past season, made 11 appearances, 7 starts. He had an 0-3 record and 24 2/3 innings of work. He's on to pitch and make his 7th appearance of the summer. 5 of the 6 games have been out of the bullpen. He has 8 2/3 innings of work under his belt. He last pitched over the weekend on Saturday in the 10-4 loss to the Raptors. He went an inning and a third, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them were earned, and 2 hits. He faced 8 batters, he walked 1 and struck out 1. His longest outing of the year came back on June 4th against the Night Owls in Nanaimo in the 5-1 loss. The one game he started went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 walk. In the top of the 9th inning, he'll face Josh Wakefield, Luke Reese, and Cole Calnon. Top of the order, coming to the plate for Bend. The Elks with 11 runs on 13 hits. 7 Black Bears errors. All those errors came before the 7th inning. Check swing. 0-1 to Wakefield. Wakefield started 0 for 3, but he walked in the 6th and singled in the 7th. He scored in both trips. He's down on the count 0-2 now. Wakefield, the Grand Canyon commit, going back to his home state of Arizona after bending the past 2 seasons at Iowa Western Community College. He lifts the 0-2 high into left center field. Moving over to make the catch is Schlegel for out number 1. 1 away in the top of the 9th inning. And that brings up the second baseman, Luke Reese. Reese, the redshirt senior from Cal State San Marcos. He's 2 for 4 tonight. 0-1 to Reese. Reese has scored 3 runs for Bend. The 0-1, Vasquez is ahead in the count 0-2. Nobody is up and throwing in the Elks bullpen. The 0-2 from Vasquez is outside for ball 1. Jack Tuttle started this game. He went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs. Yanni Castro came in, gave up an unearned run. The 1-2 was fouled off of the umpire. And a stinger. Travis Holsey shaking it off. And that will be a stoppage in play. As Zach Burr checks his umpire. The one half of his umpire duo, Travis Holsey struggling, shaking it off. On deck is Cole Calnon. Fans, make sure to join us tomorrow for Game 3 of this series. First pitch coming up at 6:35. We'll have pregame coverage for you as well as a pregame show to get you ready for this series finale. A lot can still happen, but the Black Bears will have a chance regardless of the outcome tonight to win this series tomorrow. The 1-2 is cracked in the air to center field. Schlegel again making the catch. 2 down in the top of the 9th inning. Back-to-back flyouts to center brings up Cole Calnon. Calnon steps in with 2 outs and nobody on base. He hits the first pitch well to right center field. Monda in the gap on the track. Diving! Did he make the catch? Yes! What a play in right center field on the warning track. Putting his body on the line. Monda shaken up. But what a play by the Northern Colorado Bear. We'll go to break. What a play by Monda. Middle of the 9th inning. as the team goes to check on their right fielder. The Black Bears trailing 11-0. Last call when we come back.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball.
Play ball!
Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck to provide our community with the care they need. Bring your family and bring your friends to a fun-filled time at the ballpark and make it a part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball. A great double play.
Call Weather Guard.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, training your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Bottom of the 9th inning. And the Cowlitz Black Bears trail the Elks 11-0. Black Bears have put up back-to-back scoreless innings. But they have a deep hole as they come to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Shea Bowen leads things off and takes ball 1. Bowen, the outfielder from Lubbock Christian, is 0 for 3 tonight with a trio of strikeouts. Foul back, it's 1-1. On deck is Bronson Neve, and in the hole is Andy Allenson. After making a Spider-Man catch in right center field on the warning track. If anybody reaches, Carter Mondo will come to the plate if he's okay. He got off the field on his own will, but the training staff and the assistant coach, Shane McCarroll, was speaking with him as he entered the dugout. Newland's 2-1 is lined over the shortstop into the left center alleyway. Cut off on the warning track. Sliding into second with a leadoff double is Bowen. Bowen with his first knock of the game. A missile over the shortstop's head. A leadoff double is how the Black Bears start the bottom of the 9th inning. And here's Bronson Neve. The shortstop comes to the plate with nobody out and a runner at second base. Bowen's double is the second double of the game for the Black Bears. The first double came from Neve back in the 7th inning. Does Neve have another extra base hit in him? He gets it into center field. Being waved around is Bowen. The throw's offline. The Black Bears are on the board and sliding into second. With a single advancing on the throw is Neve. And the fans finally have something to cheer about here in this bottom of the 9th inning. And another multi-hit game for Neve. And here's Andy Allenson. Allenson's 1 for 3. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Neves at second base. Allenson legged out infield single. allowed the inning to continue, allowed Neve to get to third base. The Black Bears are on the board. It's 11-1 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Carter Monda's on deck. Hit well, left field, looking up, turning back is Cazorla, and it's off the base of the wall. Neve's only going to be able to get to third. The throw to second's in time. And Allenson is thrown out, trying to stretch a single into a double. And a close play at second base. Zach Burr calling Allenson out for out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Neve only able to advance to third base. Monda spitting on the slider for ball 1. Monda made a phenomenal play in right center field to close out the top of the 9th inning. He was shaken up, but he comes to the plate for his AB in the bottom of the 9th. Now 1-1. Monda's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, and he grounded into a double play in the 7th inning. The 1-1. Off the plate for ball 2. At third base is Neve. Neve with another multi-hit game. His 9th in the past 13. Up and inside for ball 3. On deck is Cody Estes. Three and 1 to Monda. Newland in his 2nd inning of work. The 3-1 from the Michigan commit is outside for ball 4. The 3rd walk given up by Newland. Monda's on base for the first time tonight. There's runners at the corners with 1 away in the bottom of the 9th inning. And here's Cody Estes. Estes has had a long night in left field. A chance to make up for it here. With the Black Bears trailing 11-1. 1 away in this bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch fastball missing in. 1-0 to Estes. Monda's at first base. 2-0 now. And the Black Bears with only 1 hit through the first 6 innings of the game. Now up to 7. 3 hits in this 9th inning alone. 3-0 to Estes. Newland lost Monda. The 3-0 is called for strike 1. Cody Estes tossed his bat. The umpire, Travis Holsey, probably did not appreciate that. 3-1. There's ball 4. Estes has walked, and he's on base for the first time tonight. That will load up the bases for Nick Miller. And here's a mound visit. The Elks pitching coach out to chat with Newland and Elliott. The Black Bears have loaded up the bases for the first time tonight in the bottom of the 9th inning, trailing 11-1. Estes at first base, Monda's at second, and Neves at third. The best part of your next beach getaway is at Fiber Federal Credit Union. Has plenty of branches along the Oregon coast. Access your Fiber account at thousands of credit union branches and ATMs nationwide. FiberCU.com. Banking made easy. And after the brief mound visit, still plenty of breathing room for the Elks. But the bases are loaded. Nick Miller's at the plate. Miller has 2 walks, coming in his past 2 plate appearances. First pitch is outside. Elliott wanted to go to first on the back pick. Deciding to eat the throw. 1-0 to Miller. The pitch from Newland is outside for ball 2. Newland walked Monda and Estes. He gave up 3 hits to start the inning. And Allenson being thrown out at second, trying to stretch a single into a double, looms larger now, the 2-0. Finding the zone with the fastball. 2 balls and a strike. The only pitch that Newland's been able to consistently get into the zone is that fastball. The 2-1 to Miller is off the plate for ball 3. The bases are loaded. 3 balls and a strike to Miller. And he finds the zone there. 3-2 now. Miller grounded out to short in the 3rd inning. He walked in the 6th and the 8th. 3-2. The bases are loaded. The payoff pitch is fouled off. The Black Bears offense has been quiet all night, waking up a little bit here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 4 hits. Got their first run across. The 3-2 is outside for ball 4. That will bring in a run. Make it 11-2 now. Another RBI for Miller. Two runs here in this bottom of the 9th inning. Here's J.J. Kennett. Now Miller at first, Estes at second, and Monda at third. The first pitch is fly to shallow right field. Moving over to make the catch near the line is Jace Miller. And that is not deep enough to bring in Monda. And now the Black Bears are down to their final out. And back to the top of the order. Here's Dylan Schlegel. Schlegel's 3 for 4 tonight, or 2 for 4 tonight. He's been on base in 3 of 4 plate appearances. The bases are loaded. The Black Bears center fielder takes ball 1. Three walks given up by Newland in this inning. The Black Bears have had 3 hits. The 1-0 is fouled out of play. It's cooled off, starting to feel what Longview, Washington, and the Pacific Northwest typically feels like after the heat wave throughout the past couple days, pushing the start time for last night's game back an hour. The 1-1. The slider spins out of the zone. 2-1 to Schlegel. Miller's at first. Estes at second. Monda's at third base. A 2-1 to Schlegel. Is called for strike 2. And now the Black Bears are down to their final strike. Newland's 2-2 is fouled off. The bases are loaded. The Black Bears are scoreless until the bottom of the 9th inning. A sloppy day in the field for the Black Bears. 7 errors. Here's the 2-2. And outside for ball 3. On deck is Keaton Grady. The payoff from Newland. Called strike 3. And the Elks even up the series with an 11-2 win, a resounding bounce-back victory. After falling 3-1 last night, the Elks even up the series. And now a decisive Game 3 tomorrow. First pitch will come your way at 6:35 Pacific time. The Black Bears will have some time to think about this game. Yes, the Elks came to play, but a lot of self-inflicted damage. 7 errors. The Black Bears topped their previous season high of 5 errors given up a week ago. But something that's going to keep the coaching staff up at night. A lot of missed cutoff attempts, wild throws, drop pop flies, and just a sloppy game overall for the Black Bears. Final score 11-2. The Black Bears fall to the Elks. That will do it. For my producers, Derek Lund, Sean Lund, my audio engineer, Chase Spross, I'm Jack Connolly saying so long from Longview. The Black Bears are blown out at home. They'll be back in action tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific time. Stay tuned, maybe tune in early, and catch the pregame show. But a long game. We'll be back at it tomorrow. On behalf of the Black Bears organization, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. A quick turnaround for Game 3 of this series between the Elks and the Black Bears.